My husband, 40M, wants our nanny, 18F, to move in with us to help with the kids, and I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with that. He doesn't seem to care. My husband, 40M, and I, 32F, have been married for 8 years and have 4 wonderful children, a boy, 7, 2 twin girls, 3, and a baby boy, 1. We have a nanny, 18F, Emma, who comes to help out with the kids and around the house. She's been working for us since the twins were born. My husband works from home due to COVID, and because of this he has began working odd hours, before 9, after 5, and when he works in the morning or at night during very busy times in the house, bedtime, bath time, breakfast, when I'm nursing the baby. Sometimes the kids come into his office and disrupt him. He thought it would be a good idea for Emma to come live with us in the guest bedroom so she could be available more. He spoke to her and she agreed, since she has been looking to leave her parents' house. They are very high risk, and she feels like she's increasing their potential exposure to the virus since she's the only one in the house who leaves. They also already discussed a new weekly salary for her. First of all, I don't know how I feel about this situation. I'm not comfortable with the fact that they discussed this and planned it out without telling me, even figuring out a new salary. I think that is something that my husband and I should have discussed together before we talked to Emma. I'm also not sure if I'm completely comfortable with this. My husband often walks around shirtless after showers or waking up. He'll often go into the kitchen in just his boxers late at night. The guest room is right down the hall from the master bedroom, so when the house is very quiet you can hear conversations we're having in there. I feel as though there will be no privacy anymore, which is not something I'm okay with. I brought these concerns up to my husband, and he said I'm being irrational and selfish. He said that I clearly need the help, since the kids are interrupting his work. I suggested getting a separate nanny for nighttime, but he said he's not willing to bring any extra people into the house because of the pandemic. He said that him and Emma already agreed to this plan, and since it's his work that's being interrupted, and he's the one paying her, he should have a final say in this. Apparently she's ready to start staying here overnight as soon as tomorrow. I asked him if we could hold off for a few days and he said no. I feel so disheartened by this entire situation and don't know what I should do. I'd appreciate any advice. Thank you all. What kind of disrespect has he been laying out these past 8 years? I've had friends that had live-in nannies, or au pair as they are called. However, both parents agreed on it. The nanny wore a casual type uniform, t-shirt and pants, or just business casual. The hours were discussed and agreed on. She had days off and breaks built in, etc. If she did extra duties like cooking and cleaning, she was also compensated accordingly. I think the issue here is that you are not on the same page. You expressed your concern and your husband doesn't care. He also left you out of the discussion completely. He has all the power and control and he likes it that way. Marriage is a partnership, not a dictatorship. This is concerning. Live-in nannies aren't weird, but his actions are. So your opinion means nothing in your own home? I had a live-in nanny. We discussed it at length, the pros and cons. She moved in. It took some adjusting. It was an okay arrangement. We asked her to leave a year later after she hit on my husband. Had 2 nannies after that did not move in, went much more smoothly. They dealt with me and hubby didn't drive them anywhere. No mistaking role in the home. No more attempted coups, lol. You were not much older than her when you met your husband. I agree with another comment that you would prefer someone with more experience with helping the kids with their development. Maybe someone with an early education degree. Husband and co-worker. My 30th husband, 32 meters, and I have been married for 10 years. I've recently started seeing texts between him and a co-worker that are a little more flirty than I am comfortable with. We both agreed to free reign through each other's phones. I asked him up front to please keep their conversations work related. Fast forward about a week or so and I noticed that he has begun to delete all of their messages. I asked him about it and he says that he did it out of spite for me asking him to keep their conversations work related. Earlier Earlier today I wake up and see that she has hearted a message from my husband that says, "You look beau today, I fucked up today. I couldn't keep my eyes off of you all day." I have also seen "Good morning, beau today, I fucked up" texts, as well as Illy and I me messages. His arguments are that she is in an abusive relationship and that her husband mistreats her and that he, my husband, feels sorry for her and wants to help her feel better. Meanwhile, I have been slowly slipping into depression, wondering if my husband is falling out of love with me and in love with her. I never wanted to be the wife that dictates who he can talk to or not talk to. But today I asked him to please not talk to her outside of work anymore. I'm not really sure what I am wanting from this community other than to just get this off of my chest. Any suggestions and or encouraging words are appreciated. Fuck this guy. He's hiding conversations from you, and the ones that you do see are wildly inappropriate from a married man to another married woman. When you confront him, he gets spiteful. You're basically married to a monster that values making someone else's wife happy over making his own wife happy. You need to do some serious soul searching here, girlfriend. Yeah, he's cheating. 100% cheating. You don't send those messages because you want to make a friend feel better. Making her feel good because she's in an abusive relationship? What about is that he is currently in right now? Fuck that guy. Not to mention, what help does Op's husband think he giving? He's literally just providing evidence for more discord in an already abusive marriage. Infidelity has definitely never been an instigator for homicide/s. So, assuming it is true she's in an abusive relationship, he's not being a friend. He's being a bottom-feeding predator using someone's vulnerability to butter her up to either eventually get in her pants, or for validation for his ego. Assuming it's an excuse and she's not in an abusive relationship, he's just a straight-up cheater. So, predator or liar? Are either of those things something you want to remain married to? That's definitely emotional cheating. Possibly physical if they've been working in person. Start looking an exit strategy for he is having an emotional affair. I would doubt he will agree to this, but you both should see a marriage counselor to deal with this. If he does not stop and agree to the counselor, then find a divorce lawyer. My girlfriend 15F called CPS on my 14M parents because when we were FaceTiming my mom threw stuff at me when she was mad. So for context, I had my mic muted when she was yelling at me. Basically, I'm growing up in an Italian chaotic household in Philadelphia OFC. My mom hits me when she is mad, but it's not like she's beating the ever-living shit out of me. Yesterday CPS came to the door to inspect the household, and because my older sister was at her boyfriend's house, they have to come back again when she is home to interview her. I told my girlfriend CPS came and she acted surprised till later that night when we FaceTimed. She came clean and said she called CPS because she's scared him being abused. Which I'm not. I'm really upset at her right now and I'm not responding to any of her text. How can I trust her again? Edit, to all the people who are telling me my girlfriend was trying to protect me, I didn't ask to be protected. That's what I'm mad at. I love my family, and if we get tore apart over a fucking plastic container getting thrown at me because I didn't take out the trash, I will never forgive her. My mom threw it near me, she didn't hit me with it. But if you had reason to believe your girlfriend was being abused, would you be able to just stand by? Because that's what you are asking her to do. You may not be getting the shit beat out of you, but what your parents are doing is not okay. I too felt that way for a long time. Well, it could be worse, or that's just how Mexican families are. Sure, you're used to it, but that doesn't make it okay. Your GF did what was right. She's trying to protect you. Abuse isn't cultural. If your mother hits you when she's mad and regularly throws things at you, that is abuse. It's not healthy, or normal, no matter what your ethnicity is, and my family is also Italian. Most people, especially kids, don't understand or realize what they're experiencing is abuse/abnormal until they're older. Your mom's behavior is not normal, and you are living in an abusive home if that's what happens. No one is allowed to hit you, throw things at you, or hurt you in any way. Hopefully your mom will take this as a wake-up call to change her behavior. This is evidence your girlfriend actually gives a shit about you you and your safety. You should tell her that you're angry and upset, but she did the right thing. She saw someone she cared about being mistreated, and took action. Normally I don't comment in posts, but I wanted to tell you a story your post made me remember. My husband's family is also Italian, so he grew up surrounded by lots of yelling, good and bad kinds, and passionate reactions. When I first met him, all that was so normalized for him. He always said, well, they are very Italians. It wasn't after he saw how my family treated each other, he even calls us pacifists and hippies lol, that he started to realize that he didn't have healthy relationship with his family, always living on the edge. You're angry right now, because you didn't want to be protected, but I wish someone would have done the same thing your girlfriend did for you. You don't realize it right now, but that normal behavior will affect your future relationships, friends, girlfriends, wife, your kids. It's not healthy, it's not alright, and you all need to realize that and stop making excuses. Being physical and emotional abusive is not a cultural trait. Of course your mom loves you, and you love her back. But adults can't behave like that with their children, well, with anyone, really. Maybe this is a great opportunity to talk with your mom, reassure her you love her but that behavior is not okay. You should focus in the good things, the loving and positive things you have as a family, an Italian family that's being supportive. You can be angry with your girlfriend, but she did the right thing. I wish you the best.